Hello. This Integrity lecture is designed to give you a brief introduction to doing the virtual laboratories for ANTH 415, The Human Story. If you open your course syllabus, you will see that the course is built around two course materials, a textbook as well as a virtual laboratories for physical anthropology CD. You must have both of these ready to go at the start of this course. 40% of your grade is based on 8 virtual labs that are each worth 5% of your total grade. As I say here, the way I have set it up is that I have picked labs that align with the course topics. So please make sure you're doing the correct lab assigned on the due date. The labs are not assigned in numeric order like lab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're picked based on the lab that matches our course material. This is all laid out very clearly in your syllabus. As I could harp and harp, please read this syllabus for the course. Have that course schedule. The course goes very fast. It's 3 weeks. The labs are due quite fast in a row often. So please be ready and familiar with this schedule. As you will see on each day in the course schedule, when there is a virtual lab due, it is indicated clearly. As you can see here, your first lab is due on the 3rd. It's virtual lab 2. You must do this lab and take the evaluation of this lab in Blackboard by 11:59 p.m. on the 3rd. So, just to walk you through what you would do. You are in the class, you open your syllabi, you see that on the 3rd you have virtual lab 2 due. So, you look at your syllabus, then you go to Blackboard. Here's our Blackboard page. Mine might look slightly different than yours because I'm an instructor and you're students. Keep that in mind. So, on a day that it's due, whenever there's a lab due in the folder on Blackboard, it's in there. Virtual Lab 2. Click on that. And in here you'll find two things. You will find the 10 questions that you need to do in a Word document. I've provided this to you for every lab to help you. So essentially what I would do if I were you is, if you have 2 monitors like I do, open it on one and do the lab running off the CD in another, or print it out and have it there in front of you, these 10 questions, while you do the lab. Write your answers down. So this is the questions you'll have to answer. So I would open these up. You see, okay, these are the 10 questions. I have to do virtual lab 2. Now you put your CD-ROM in, and this is what opens. This kind of folder for your virtual lab CD-ROM. You click on Anthropology EXE.
Welcome to the virtual laboratories for physical anthropology.
All right. Now you're going to select the lab. This is the first one that's due, is lab 2. You go to lab 2. You see that over here it has 4 sections. You have to do every section of the lab. Just make sure you're running through all the material in the lab. Many of the answers to the questions are in different sections, as well as in links like this. So make sure you're reading all of the material. As you can see, there's a lot of links. So you run through section 1. You're a fast reader, right? No. And then you go to section 2, and so on and so forth. You know, again, making sure to click on links. You might find some of the questions in these places. Okay? You answer your 10 questions. Then you go back to that folder on Blackboard, and you go here to the graded assessment. You are only allowed to attempt this one time by the end of the day that each lab is due. So make sure you have your answers ready. That's why I provide to you the questions. You can write your answers down, have them ready, and go into this assessment when you're ready. Now, I can do this as many times as I want because I'm the instructor, so don't think you can just go in and start clicking around and reading the questions this way. You can only attempt this once, okay? So do not go to this link until you are ready, right? Do not link on the graded assessment until you're ready to answer the questions. Hit continue. Go answer your questions. Go through the 10 questions and Voila, you're done with your lab. Go back to your course documents. The next lab you'll notice is due the next course day on the 6th, and this is Virtual Lab 1. When you go in here, you'll see again the same setup, a folder with Virtual Lab 1 with the questions available to you as a Word document and then the graded assessment. You'll open your lab, CD.
Welcome to the Virtual Laboratories for Physical Anthropology.
Click here. This time you'll do Lab 1, Introduction to the Primates. Go through all the 4 sections, answer your questions, enter them as the assessment, and so on and so forth throughout the remaining labs that are due, all 8 of them indicated on the syllabus here, every time one is due. So on and so forth. Simple, straightforward, 10 questions, every lab, 8 of them due throughout the semester. The J term. That's the introduction to your virtual laboratories.